Hello there, Mole Trap is my alias, and I'm doing the third set now of the skins matches that I've been doing this whole time here between Bisu and Anytime. Excuse me. And yeah, this one is worth, I believe, 300,000 won. Yes, and I said at the beginning of last time, I just like saying Wulongs because it's funny and it references a great anime. Anyways, so we're gonna have purple being Bisu. He's gonna be at the 9 o'clock. No, sorry, that's three. That's 3 o'clock position right here. Sorry, I'm finally on spring break. I've been stressing out for like the last 8-10 months. I mean, you all know I haven't. Well, not all of you, but those of you that follow me know I haven't done many commentaries lately because I've had so little time. So I'm so stoked to be on spring break. I'm probably going to be doing several commentaries over the break, so you can expect a short period of lots of commentaries, and then I'll probably go back to being stressed out and not being able to do anything again for a while. Anytime is going to be the blue guy here down the south in what the NBC game is calling the 7 o'clock position. And yeah, both of them going for pylons. Very risky maneuvers here so far. The pylon strategy, not often seen in professional gaming. That's more of an sort of an amateur tactic there. And going for the gateway as well. Extremely surprising builds here, folks. We're seeing some crazy action here. Oh my God! Bisu setting out a probe to scout right after his gateway. This is absolutely unprecedented, folks. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. We are going to see some crazy messed up stuff going on here in just a second. Both players getting pylons and gateways within the first 2 minutes of the game. This is I can't believe I'm seeing this. Honestly, I just can't believe it. And a second gateway going down for Bisu. And probe battle, probe on probe action. Bisu's probe getting by there. So we do see a divergence here. Anytime going for the Goon Tech and Bisu getting that second gateway. So this is going to be interesting. And we again see a little pylon going down in the middle line there. And what someone had mentioned before is that, and I hadn't thought of this before, that the pylon might be there to try to steer a better path for some of the probes, and that's a possibility. Although, yeah, that was a pretty good spot to block any sort of manor pylon on that little spot there. Also, although it looks like you could still actually get a manor pylon in there. So never mind. So yeah, double gateway going out. Never mind. There's yeah. See, I told you. There's the manor pylon trapping one probe. It looks like. So that's not a very effective pylon right there. Bisu coming in. He's going to have his zealots walking into Anytime's base in just a moment here, and I think Anytime's going to have Dragoons out in just a moment as well, though. So that zealot's not going to be able to accomplish a whole lot, though. And incidentally, we got a gateway down there, so no pylon block for Bisu, although he would have had to make, it looks like, probably 3 pylons there in order to accomplish anything. So yeah, that zealot just gets absolutely owned by those probes there. And yeah, this is not looking good for Bisu, honestly. I think it's a micro battle right now. And Bisu is going to probably get out microed here just by virtue of the fact that the goons are going to be able to do a better job than the zealots. Bisu is attacking the probes with one zealot while he's going after the goon with the other zealots, but Anytime is using those probes very effectively to muck up the tracking of the zealot, and the zealot got trapped in there behind his own pylon, and he's still having hit probes though. I think Bisu killed a few probes there, and he definitely stopped the mining time a little bit, but this is not looking good for Bisu now, because now Anytime, as we see, he's got 3 Dragoons. He's got Dragoons, and Bisu finally has his Psy-Core up now. But usually, I mean, in this kind of a game, when you're on the defending side, you have a little bit of an advantage because it takes so much time for enemy units to get over to your base. But in this case, it's going to be pretty much... what was I saying? Oh yeah, Anytime still has the advantage because normally Bisu will be able to get units out quicker, but in this case, frick, what am I saying? Oh my God, you can tell I need a vacation here. I'm so glad it's spring break. Oh yeah, so Anytime had enough more forces that by the time he got to Bisu's base, he would have been able to get there with superior forces after all. Except, of course, in the time it took me to say that and finally spit it out, anytime decided not to go after Bisu at all, and instead just to sit back and not press home his advantage. So that's cool. And so now we got a robotics facility going up a little bit late because of the harassment there, obviously. And in the meantime, Templar Archives is about to come in, so I don't think that Anytime is going to have observers out before those Templar get to his base. They're pretty close here, and it's going to be pretty easy for Bisu to get those Templar over there. Is in just a couple minutes. He's probably going to get. He might get observers if he can delay Bisu a little bit, maybe distract him. He might be able to get observers out just in time. But I don't know if he's expecting this right now. And this is pretty safe because on this map, which is Python, by the way, Bisu is able. I'm pretty sure it's Python. I didn't actually look, but it looks like Python. If not, it's a very Python-esque map. No scout for you, Bisu. Sorry, buddy. He's able to use that ramp to block. It's very, very easy to ramp to hold, especially you put a couple zealots and a few goons, ranged goons up there, and it's very, very easy to block that ramp if you're doing some kind of rush tech, and that's what he was doing there. Just a couple goons and a couple zealots while he's spending his money on teching up. These Dark Templar are out. It looks like the observers are going to be out in time. I'm pretty sure he's barely going to be. If he spots that, I don't know if he spotted that the little wave of the Dark Templar running by. He's got one Dragoon on his ramp there, but he did spot it. He did spot it because he's bringing his forces back now. He's going to have observers out just in time, basically. That goon is going to be able to block that Dark Templar from getting up. No! Keep it on the ramp, you. Oh man. Oh, never mind. He does have an observer there. Okay, so he's able to let it by there. Okay, I thought he was going to try and block that ramp. That would, because I thought he was going to have a few more seconds before he had observers out. So the observer chasing the Dark Templar looks like he's going to get a couple of quick kills there with that Dark Templar before he's able to chase it off. He's using the rest of his forces to block that ramp, to keep that other Dark Templar from getting in and running around as well. And that Dark Templar is still alive, running around in circles. But yeah, I don't think this is going to turn out very well for Bisu here. At all. If he can get that Nexus down, if he can kill the Nexus. Looks like he canceled the Nexus. I don't think he killed the Nexus off. I'm pretty sure that he canceled it. So a little bit of Bisu able to accomplish a little bit with those Dark Templar. If he hadn't gotten that Nexus, that would have been pretty bad because I think he got maybe 1 or 2 probe kills. And that's not enough to really make it worthwhile. And we saw this in Game 2, actually. I think that was Game 2. I'm sorry, I think I did Game 2 a couple days ago, so I don't recall. Big battle coming in here, though, and I think Anytime is outgunned here with those cannons there, plus with the Dark Templar as well. The Observer's there, but they still do a lot of damage, so it's going to force Anytime to fall back here a little bit, yeah. And I think that was a little bit foolhardy of Anytime to go in with only, it looked like 6 or 7 Dragoons. He must have seen those forces there, and I think he should have known that he was a little bit outgunned. Just a little bit. Anytime does have a decent advantage here. It looks like he's decided to skip any kind of Reaver harass, which I think is probably a good idea. Bisu just has too many goons around. He'd be able to pick off the shuttle pretty easily, so it wouldn't be too effective. And if you can't accomplish a lot with your Reaver harassment, then you end up at a huge disadvantage. Same thing goes for Dark Templar, though. If you can't accomplish so much with your Dark Templar harassment, then you're at a huge disadvantage as well. So, yeah, Bisu has lost a little bit here because of the fact that he has used so much of his money on those tech for the Dark Templar, and he hasn't really accomplished a whole lot with them. Not enough, I should say. Yeah, Bisu going in here with an attack, though, because Anytime has been spending his money on tech recently and on getting the robotics facility and everything, getting that Nexus up. Well, I guess they were both kind of spending on that anyways. But yeah, my point being, Anytime caught with a few less forces than Bisu here, partially because he went in when he was outgunned against Bisu's cannons there and lost probably more forces than he should have. And Bisu looks like rallying his forces to this location. Bisu going all in, trying to make this the finishing blow here. And it looks like it is going to be the finishing blow. Bisu left with 7 Dragoons now, and Anytime left with none. And wow, so Bisu, just by sheer force management, able to take out Anytime there. I thought that Anytime had the advantage when Bisu's Dark Templar Rush failed, but for some reason Anytime just wasn't macroing up very well. Yeah, somehow Bisu able to take the win. I think it may have actually come down in hindsight to the fact that Bisu was able to cancel uh, Anytime's expansion there early on, and because obviously Bisu winning kind of by macro, so probably due to the fact that he did have that slight economic advantage from getting his second base up earlier than Anytime by a good minute. It looked like so. Bisu taking the third game, getting a few 100,000, I think, and yeah, so it looks like I might go and commentate game 4, but I am tired from months and months and months and months of stress, so I might take a nap instead. We'll see. All right. Either way, I'll probably do the next game at some point later on. So thanks for listening. Oh yeah, congrats to Rise. He's getting married this weekend. Woo! Go Rise!